Alright horror fans, buckle the hell up. Final Destination is back, and after Bloodlines cracked open Death's design like a skull under a rogue lawnmower blade, damn, too soon? Yeah, we need to talk. I'm already thinking about Final Destination 7 and what the hell it should even be about. I mean, Bloodlines did a lot for the franchise. It gave us the generational twist, Descendants and Tony Todd's warning voice echoing in the void. No FD7 is confirmed yet, but come on, we all know death is waiting. Here's the big question when it comes to the Final Destination series. Do we finally do a proper legacy sequel? You know, bring someone back and start actually exploring the lore, dig into who gets the visions, why the traps work the way they do, maybe even uncover the science behind Death's design. I mean, every horror franchise is doing the nostalgia dance. Scream, Saw, Halloween, they're all dragging legacy survivors back to the slaughter. But Final Destination? It's the last one standing that still lets chaos do the killing. No Ghostface, no Jigsaw, just a gust of wind, a loose bolt, and a terrifying sense of inevitability. So does FD7 bring someone back? If it does, Mary Elizabeth Winstead's Wendy from FD3 feels like the best bet, assuming she survived, or came back, or never died. Perhaps she too has been hiding out for all these years, and it's a pretty big but. There's something kind of beautiful about Final Destination being a true anthology. No homework, no timelines to memorize, no legacy characters to protect. Just a random group of strangers in a slow, methodical bloodbath. Maybe that's what makes it unique, maybe we don't want to explain too much, maybe mystery is what keeps it scary. And here's where I get a little nervous, because if we do go full legacy sequel with lore, mythology, survivors returning, I'm just scared they'll do the one thing Final Destination has somehow never done. Personify death. I mean, think about it. Freddy, Jason, Michael, Ghostface, Jigsaw. Every big horror icon gets a face, a mask, a gimmick, a hello Sydney. But Final Destination? Death is just a whisper, a draft. A screw that comes loose. It's not chasing you, it's already ahead of you. That's what makes it scary. It's commendable that this franchise, 6 movies in, has never given death a human form, and if FD7's gonna dive into lore, I really hope it has the restraint to keep it that way. That said, if there were ever a reason to personify death, I actually think there's only one exception that could work. A spin-off prequel. Something set centuries ago, a totally different setting, different culture, a place where death is already spiritual, already personified, not by the franchise but by the people in the story. Like, imagine a Final Destination story set during the Black Death, where people start noticing patterns, strange omens, unexplained survivals, and begin to realize there's an order to the chaos, or maybe a Native American, Celtic, or Norse-inspired setting, where death is already tied to mythology. Where dreams, omens, and visions aren't sci-fi, they're just reality. You could explore the same FD structure, the premonition, the survival, the slow unraveling, but wrapped in cultural myth instead of modern mechanics. So yeah, don't personify death in the main series, please, but a spin-off with historical or spiritual context? I'm weirdly into it. But let's be real. The most likely outcome for FD7? They'll keep doing what works, another standalone anthology-style entry set in the modern day, and honestly, that's fine. But if that's the route we're taking, then we've got to start thinking about the one thing we all show up for. The opening kill sequences. The ski resort. A creaky cable car lurches over a ravine, someone rocks it. Snap! The car falls and sets off a full-on avalanche. One guy flies headfirst into a tree trunk, a girl tumbles into a ski blade rack, the last survivor climbs out of the snowbank, only to be sliced in half by a runaway snowmobile. Classic Final Destination paranoia, heights machinery and that sound of cables straining. 2. The Waterpark Disaster. Summer fun turns into a blender of doom. A dad's GoPro falls into the wave pool's generator. One rogue wave later. Slides collapse, kids are hurled like ragdolls, a lifeguard gets launched into a support beam, one teen is sucked into the filtration drain, spine snapped clean on the pool edge. Final Destination meets Raging Waters. You'll never trust a lazy river again. 3. The Zoo. Nature Unleashed. This is my big one. Can death control living things? Or does he just give nature a nudge? A zipline snaps, one guest smashes into a cliff, another is yanked by their feather boa into a hippo pit, a fence panel falls, and let's just say the hippo doesn't waste time. Elsewhere, a chimp harassing influencer falls into the wrong pit and gets pinataed by angry apes. And at the live gator show, one bite, one twist, and one very traumatized school field trip. Security review says no one opened the gates. Death just let the food chain decide. And there you have it. I think we've spilled out all our ideas for Final Destination 7, but what do you think FD7 should be? Should it bring back a legacy survivor and start digging into the lore? Or stay chaotic, random and terrifying the way Death always intended? And which opening kill are you dying to see? Ski Resort Logfest, Waterpark Wipeout, Zoo Mayhem? Or maybe you've got your own twisted pitch? Drop it in the comments! We might just do a whole standalone video breaking down your ideas for the wildest opening disasters Final Destination could throw at us next. Oh, and of course, subscribe to Oddly Horrific for more death, destruction and deep dive FD coverage. Until next time, keep away from logs.